guys, Texas here. We're going to look at some of the figures we got on this week. Today we are looking at the MASTERVERSE New Eternium Masters of the Universe Roboto figure. Now, I think Mattel is doing a G.I. Joe classified thing, because the reason I say that is because they come out with a version of the figure and you like it, you think it's cool, and then they come out with another version and you're like, okay, wait a minute. So you end up with more figures. So this guy was originally released a couple years ago. There was I guess based on the cartoon show, and they went back and did this one. And I totally forgot that I pre-ordered this one, to be honest with you. And I know he showed up. I'm like, oh, why? Where did this come from? Anyway, looking really cool. Look at this nice packaging that he has. You got the animated version, him right here, and you got him in the middle with that window box. I got the rock burst here, MASTERVERSE. On the side art, you got that cool artwork of him. And then, on the back, you could see, him posing out, which is really, really cool, and then the cross sell, you got King Randor and Beastman. And I think Ozempic Beastman, I'm probably not going to get this one unless it's on sale. But of course, King Randor, I'll eventually get him also. But man, I mean, I didn't realize I was going to collect so much of MASTERVERSE. So this is crazy. Here on the side art, you see, I think is that Stondar? Is that the stone man that he's facing? You got Skeletor looking there. Could that possibly be the Stondar, or is it just Storm People? But anyway, one thing that I really noticed when I got this in is how beautiful this figure looks inside. I'm really excited to open him. But as you can see, just look at that. And I believe the gears move. That's really neat. So, and he does have a different type of head sculpt or head something there, and you can actually look at his teeth. So Roboto can eat. Wow, and you can actually see some eyes in him. Anyway, let's go ahead and get this guy out of the packaging and get a closer look at the MASTERVERSE New Eternia Roboto. All right, here is Roboto out of the packaging, looking super, super cool. I'm really feeling this one. Like I said, I have the other one. I can't find him though. I think I have him in storage somewhere. But yeah, this is crazy. MASTERVERSE is doing their thing. That's all I gotta say. But let's go and get a closer look at it. See exactly what I'm talking about. First and foremost, we're gonna look at the face sculpt. You can actually see eyes there, which is something you never really saw. And then there's something like, not a brain, but of course, like, parts in the head also. Look at this clear plastic. It's really, I mean, you can see so much detail in the figures, you know what I mean? And then you got this, his jaw, but underneath, there's teeth. So, when you take this part off, let me go and take it off real quick. You can see that there's like a robot teeth. That's really, it blows my mind. Like, I'm blown away. Like, I'm really shocked of how cool that is. Like, that's just interesting. See? Wow. And then you can see all the clear plastic. Of course, classic Roboto, you have the gears going. And in the back, you have this little spin thing here that does that. And just the clarity of the plastic looks really cool. You can see the belly, the middle part. There's so much to look at. Like, it's like, wow. They did a really good job with this guy. And you got this beautiful blue on the side here, and of course his robotic hands and all that. And then you go down to the torso, which looks like a diaper. I'm not gonna lie, this does look like a diaper. They could have done something different with that, but it still looks, it's Roboto. We'll let it slide. Then you got the red and the silvers on the legs, and then the boots. Really cool articulation. It is, of course, pinless. Which I don't know why I can't. There we go. And then, of course, the arms also pinless, goes all the way up, so you can see exactly, And in the head, this left side by side, forward, up, all the way up, And he does come with, accessories. He does come with another not mask, but cover to the mouth, which a lot of people I think were making fun of this. They were kind of like, they were weirded out a little bit, but you know, if you put it on him, that actually looks really cool, to be honest. I actually like it. Yeah. So, looks different, but that's actually really cool. Not sure why they did that, but gives another option, right? And it comes with that. Of course, there's a regular headpiece there. And his accessories are really, really impressive. Of course, you know, Roboto, he does have interchangeable hands to make him do different things. So there's some really, really cool things with this. Why do I feel like I'm missing something? Hold on, let's see. On the box. Or maybe not. Okay, now we got them all. All right, first up, he has the claw. All right, so this right here. And the cool thing about this is it's articulated, so it's really cool. And it kind of gives me that bat vibes from the G.I. Joe. So you can, you know, that's really, really cool. I like that. And then he does come with the, I guess, a fire cannon thingy, which is really cool. I like that. I like that color on it. It's kind of like a dark, very dark navy blue. Very, very dark. Looks black, but it's actually... But I think this is probably one of the coolest parts is he has this kind of saw thing that, you know, rotates, which is really cool. I like that. That is really neat. Yeah, definitely a really cool figure. I'm very impressed. Like I said, like, they do this to me all the time. Like I get a, you know, I see a figure and no, I can't get him, and then I get him in hand. I'm like, oh my God, this is so cool. It happened with Faker. It happened with, who else was the other ones? Battle Armor Skeletor. God, so many that I'm just like blown away that these are so cool, you know? Yeah. All right, so let's get him all posed out and get a final thought on Roboto from the Masterverse line. All right, here are my final thoughts on Roboto from the Masterverse line. This guy is pretty cool. I love the clear plastic, and you can, of course, you know, of course, most Robotos, you got the classic, you can see the gears underneath, but I also like the fact that you can see everything underneath the head too, which is something that's a first, including eyes and even a jaw and teeth, I guess, which is really, really cool. You know, you just pull that lever on the side to get the gears running. That's also cool. The colors are nice. And also his hand accessories. I mean, that's really cool. It's giving me that bat from G.I. Joe Classified, which is really cool. I think that's a really neat feature that you got some action features on that. So he is a really cool. Right now, you can still get him on Amazon, I believe, or even on other places like Big Bad Toy Store. I'm no longer going to be purchasing anything from, what do you call it? Earth Entertainment, since I canceled my orders. But anyway, I'll still continue supporting Big Bad Toy Store and Amazon. All right, so let me know what you think in the comments, and until next time, see you later. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe.